guys, I'm back with another reaction video for you guys today. Today we're going to be watching Patrice O'Neal Destroy Feminist. This was highly requested. I'm sorry that I'm just not getting to this, but we're going to check it out. It's an oldie but goodie, I think, and it's only about a good 6 minutes and 54 second long video. So let's check it out.
Debacle. With me now, New City President Sonia Osorio. She took part in a recent protest calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio, and also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice O'Neal.
Thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JV and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm going to speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
There's a lot. But your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of it. I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
You know, what's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are just
the nation that's paper and you? I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the nation, or you're speaking for...
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Openy because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people...
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in this country
think they were trying to be funny?
Tired. You know what? I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was
in your
hilarious.
Show, when you talked about...
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious, called The Angry Pirate. And the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant, and anybody who read it laughed, because they know what funny... You're not living in the context of funny. You're living in the context of fire.
Have every right to be as funny as they want. They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening.
You're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia, Patrice,
that's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John. You know what it is while you read that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Well, you think
Who's
she's a
the PC
PC cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real... This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and fired and fired. Name calling. I'm outraged. I am outraged.
You should be.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
You know what?
True.
People are feeling a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these people
in this country?
Who are the people?
A new
How can you,
sense of
Patrice? So
entitlement.
here's my question. How can you justify a bad joke, a joke that isn't funny? Oh, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
An attempt that isn't funny, doesn't get any laughs, and is about raping the first black woman to ever become the Secretary of State of the United States.
Don't throw that at me.
Well, why not?
The attempt is what I'm trying to fight for. The joke funny jokes and unfunny jokes are come out of the same birth. That you don't know if anything is going to be funny. You should attempt to be able to make anything funny.
Don't you think a joke about rape is doomed to be not funny?
It's possible, but I've heard them.
You've heard a funny rape joke?
I say a couple. Watch my HBO special. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, Patrice says that if you're having sex with a woman, doggy style, and if you
Wrong.
hit her in the head just the right
No,
time.
it's ejaculate in her eye and kick her in the shin, and she walks around like, arg! It's the angry pirate.
No,
That's what she was
he
trying to
said
say.
A violent act of hitting her in the back of her head, her
Hold
body.
on. I love that they're like going back and forth. I love that she's trying to attack him with all this stuff. And again, this was an old video. Now we're talking about where we are now in the present time with all this everyone has to kind of tiptoe around subjects and things. And he's right. If you're a comedian, you're in the comedy world. And if something's offensive, well, then you don't do the joke. You don't know something funny or offensive until you do it, because that's what comedy does. There was raunchy comedians back in the 70s and 80s back then. Wait, we're dirty and trashy. We're doing rape jokes and racist jokes and all types of different jokes. They even said the F word, not the curse word, but the other word on stage all the time, even back, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, she's trying to cross over and tell him what to do with his world. She doesn't even belong to the comedy world, which is the problem that we have today. A lot of people try to say certain things that they're not even doing. They're just an outsider from what they could see, only for what they could see, but not living in the thing that they're talking about. So if you don't know what you're talking about, don't state facts. Don't state anything that you have no idea until you actually live in it. Like I on this channel, I like commentary about, cancel culture, anything that has to do with funny, but that are talking about things and conversations, because that's my world. My world is entertainment, and this is what we do on this channel. And we talk about these things because we can apply some of these principles, even if we don't agree and things like that. We can apply and see we're literally seeing everything, this cancel culture and where it's coming from. Like this was, I'm gonna guess, maybe 10, 20 years ago, and this was this is a big deal. And, and this is a conversation that they're having then. And we're still having this conversation now about what you should say, what you shouldn't say, what this looks like, what this, so then it becomes this thing of, if we're going to have the police of what we should say, no one's gonna be saying anything. She just called him a fool, which kind of proved his point of like, okay, so now if he calls her that, so he's wrong for saying a fool. So you see what I'm saying? Like it's a contradiction here that we're having, and people can't say one thing unless, again, it goes back to, are we on the same page of understanding what we're talking about? Like, let's figure out what we're talking about first, instead of like throwing these spears at each other. But I think a lot of people are just so, uptight with a lot of things that they're just saying a lot of things just to, you know what I'm saying? So, but I really love this debate. It's really funny, and I love everybody's just chiming in. But I like that he's standing his ground. But I gotta check out some of his stuff too, some of his stand-ups. So guys, if you want to request something I should watch of his, I will watch.
It's called the donkey punch.
Which will then...
Why are you laughing? She's outraged. It's called the donkey punch. It's whole humor that she has no clue what it is.
You have the same problem that Opie and Anthony does. You can't say just anything on the air.
You can say anything you want. It might not be funny. You might get in trouble for it, but you should be able to be attempting. And plus, when is a crazy bum going to get an opportunity to rape the president? If the president's wife, John? It was trying to be funny.
All right, Patrice, why aren't I hearing Al Sharpton complain about this thing involving
because it wasn't involving young black women.
Well, it's involving a very prominent black woman.
Well, where was she during young black? Everybody has their agenda.
I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me.
Well, why am I not hearing from Sharpton?
Because it doesn't concern him. It's not concerning him. It's black. Come on now. Al Sharpton has his agenda, and it was perfect for Al. Young black women. And now she's representing just women in general. She's not representing the nappy hoe part. She's representing just the hoe. The nappy-headed part, she has nothing to do with. Just the hoe.
So,
you know what? Women have been abused publicly in the media for too long.
Sure.
And people are tired of it. This has been a beautiful response of just the general public saying to advertisers, we're your consumers. We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent thing to deal with.
All your information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone may have said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neal, thank you very much. Sonia Osorio, thanks to both of you. Appreciate it. Time for Big Politics.
Well, hey, it was a great video, great conversation, very good debate. I think that's what we're literally living in that time right now, and it's, I mean, ever more, like, even more so, like, we are such in a PC era and life, and just what it is, you know. What can we do? We just have to just continue to stand your ground, continue to you know, say what you want to say, regardless of what people think. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to definitely watch some more of him in the future. I'm glad you guys suggested that. I'm glad I could get to it. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. I'll hit the notification bell for all new videos that are coming on this channel. See you guys later. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.